Welcome to Out and About on the Recumbents, October 15th, 2022, the AZUB Angletech Meet and Ride. Come along.
Okay, good morning, folks. This is BJ and Joe Ondo from Out and About on the Recumbents. And we are going to a special event today. Honza and Crew are here from AZUB Trikes out of Czechoslovakia, or the Czech Republic. I'm not sure what they call it now, but something like that. And they're being hosted by Angletech, www.cycledifferent.com, which is our local and awesome recumbent dealer. So we're going to roll up to the event, and it's going to be kind of a meet, eat, and ride kind of thing, at least from what they explained on Facebook. And so we're going to cruise on up and show you where Angletech is, and then we'll do a little bit, and then we'll also record the ride, at least a portion of it, at least what my battery will handle. Today is October 15th, 2022. It is a beautiful sunny day, although we had a cold front come in, and it's a bit chilly. It feels like fall today, but it's warming up nicely. I have no idea where the ride's going. Last time they did this, a couple of years ago or so, it was in it was down to America the Beautiful Park on the Pikes Peak Greenway. That would be the easy one. Hopefully they, with our luck, they'll want to go through the Garden of the Gods, which on today would be a little tougher because we've got a pretty stiff breeze at times. So like I said, that's Angletech over there. You can kind of see. And we'll cruise on up there and say hi and kind of hang out. I want to talk to a couple of the techs and about switching my my trike here, Abby Normal, from the 26-inch rear wheel to the back to the 20-inch rear wheel that it came with. I don't really care for the 26-inch wheel that much, so we're just gonna cruise up here and kind of see what's going on. You can kind of see a few folks here. Starts at noon, but the ride doesn't go out till 2. So we're gonna just cruise up here and try to find a place to park. Living in America. Decision. Living in America. Decision. Living in America. Oh yes, Decision. Living in America. Living in America.
Yeah, that's the one thing about.
Oh. You're good. Just keep on coming back. Okay, as you can see, like I said, this is Angletech here. There's a giant AZUB poster there, but it's faded pretty bad. You can't see it much anymore. There's Joe right there backing up. All right. So we'll just check it all out. And all right. So for now, I think what we'll do is shut her off, and we'll get back to you a little later. All right? Okay. Thanks a lot. We'll see you a little later. Bye. Okay. Give you a tour here. Hey, Larry, how you doing?
Getting out of the way, waiting for Honza.
All right.
How are you?
Good. We just decided to come up, and we got the invite, so we thought we'd just come up.
I'm not staying for the ride, though.
You know us. We'll have to let them go, and then maybe catch them on the way back.
You got your e-assist.
We don't have the assist.
Oh, I thought you did.
No.
I think you spoke with all you.
No, I know. Speaking of Honza, here he is.
Oh, he's here, good.
Yeah.
No, there's a co-founder of the running.
Hello, Honza. How are you?
Hey!
Good. Very good.
Hi,
PJ Honda from Out and About on Recumbents.
Honza. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, you and I have talked on, what is that, Discuss or Discus, or how do they pronounce that?
Okay, yeah,
A couple of times.
okay, good. Hi.
Good seeing you. Good.
Yeah.
Welcome to town.
Yes.
Catch up when you leave
Take you
for
back
next
this
time.
way a little bit. As you can kind of see, they have a little bit of everything. This is a work area back here in the offices. Okay. All right. Well, we'll shut her down and come back to you later. All right. Bye. Okay. Well, we're back. I think we're getting ready to finally go on the ride. Joe and I are probably only going to do a piece of it. We won't be coming back to the shop. But give you a quick view. The only bad thing, it seems like we lost a lot of people that were here for quite a while. But got a chance to talk to Honza from AZUB, and I didn't get the other gentleman's name, but I got to talk to him a bit, and he was very interesting. He actually was one of the folks that raced at the Recumbent World Road Championships. Give you a clue here. We got all kinds of trikes here. All right. There's Kelvin on his AZUB.
Y'all have a fantastic ride today.
Oh, we will. We always do.
I was about to say.
As long as we're riding, we're good.
Yep.
Better than David Dalton.
Take a look here. Oh, do a spin around. Got a lot of different trikes here. We got AZUBs, we got ICEs, cat trikes.
Near the other end of the area, there is a local farm.
And
Why do you have the display like this and not more
go back over this way. Try to get this mic a little. It's not very tight today for some. Oh, there it goes. All right, yeah. Well, like I said, we're going to be leaving Angletech here. It's a little after 2 p.m. Don't know where they're going yet. I've heard either maybe the Garden of the Gods, which I kind of hope they're not going to the Garden of the Gods because it's got a lot of hills, and Joe and I have done a lot of hills lately. We're kind of wore out. So hopefully they're going to go to America the Beautiful Park because it's getting kind of late. And because that's a lot flatter. And then we'll just drop off on the way because we live right down on the trail off of the Pikes Peak Greenway. So we'll just drop off to home. I guess that those two keep talking, but we'll see. Basically, that's Kelvin, the shorter man in the dark helmet. He's the owner of Angletech, and that's Honza, the marketing manager for AZUB. And they're discussing the new my dream trike, the Tri-Fly 20, with the new Bros motor on it. It's supposed to be more powerful than the Bosch or the Shimano. So
The only bad thing about it is a whole lot of people here with e-assist and we ain't got it. So we're going to be really pathetically way behind. So we'll just tell them to haul butt and leave us. Oh, I'm behind you. I'm behind you. Let me back up first. Oh, okay, you're going. You're fine.
We're sitting up in helmet.
Well, that's true. It's hard to be in pink when and Cece says hi, by the way. She texted me. We have one more. That's okay. You can pull up
Getting our photo taken at the moment.
but kind of align. There you go.
The picky people.
I just got a text from Al. I'm really shocked that he's not here. Okay, 1, 2. Smile and say, hey,
AZUB!
Now, like hands in the air or something. Like you're excited about tomorrow. Right? There you go. There you go. Perfect. I will send you copies of those. You all have a fantastic ride.
Thank you.
Where are we going and how far?
Oh, it's American Beautiful.
It'll be about 15 miles out here.
Okay.
Have fun.
We're going to be heading last because we don't have e-assist. We're like way slow.
Hang on, let me get around you.
We are like way slow. You might as well go ahead of us because we don't have e-assist, so we're going to be real slow. So we're out, about. There goes Honza right there. I think we're about the only ones that don't have e-assist, so we're going to be way behind. Way back. Okay. Alright. I don't like this bike lane much, but I guess I ain't got no choice. down to pick up the Sinton Trail, down through the tunnel. Right behind. The train does not like real fast transactions. It just doesn't. So I have to be careful. And it doesn't like to turn anywhere near as easy as the rest of them, so. Okay, I gotta get way out here. Because this being a really old trike, I don't have the steering capability that a lot of them do. Okay, all right. Well, we're in the tunnel. Ole, 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 ole. That's for Doozer. Check out Doozer TV on YouTube. And great guy. Howdy. Howdy. Okay, yeah, well, everybody's just kicking today. But we know where they're going, so we'll catch them on the way back probably. We don't even normally run this fast. Like I said, right now we're on the Sinton Trail. Pardon for the wind noise, but not much I can do because we're going pretty quick. Thank you. This is the part they just finished not too long ago. Down to the Pikes Peak Greenway, and then we'll take the Greenway back down to the park. These guys are going about twice as fast as we normally go. My brakes a little squirrely. One of these days I'm going to upgrade to hydraulic brakes. Yeah. I forgot to tighten up my helmet here because I had my ear covers on this morning. It's quite a bit chillier. It'd have to be a really nice day. Really bad bumps down here. Howdy. Especially if you don't have suspension, which Joe and I don't. There they are right there. Ah, man, they are brutal. They're really brutal. A couple more. Those aren't quite as bad. But like I said, we know where they're going, so they'll probably get there, and they'll turn around, and we'll catch them on the way back. A couple more of these bumps. Oh man. When we do this, we go really slow, so you don't feel those bumps as bad. I'm going to tell Honza to just go ahead. Hey Honza, you can just go ahead because we know where we live on the trail.
Okay.
And we are slow. We are very slow. I told Honza just to go ahead. Because, you know, we know where we're going, so. Yeah, we'll just catch them on the way back. We do this a lot if we go on a group ride. We just tell them to go on and we'll catch up with them. Even if we don't know where we're going. But this one we know where we're going. This is home. Last one. Oh yeah. Howdy. We eat about 4, so. Howdy. There's a real sharp corner here. It's kind of a double switchback, and then this old stone railroad bridge kind of butts out here. Recumbent trike coming down, stay tight. Gear down a little too much. Kind of spun out there. That's kind of why we don't do group rides, because sorry, my brakes are being dumb. They really are. I can never quite get them totally adjusted like I need to. Angletech is used to riding a e-assisted trike, because he's long gone. There's a view of Pikes Peak. Too bad the wires are in the way. Oh, here, we'll clear out here a little bit. Fountain Creek down there, shimmering in the sunlight on a very beautiful October fall day. Got a bit of color. I don't know how much of this we'll get because I have used a little of this battery, but I think we should have a bit. I don't know if it'll get us down to America the Beautiful Park. America the Beautiful Park is the main downtown park. Right downtown park. The big park is Memorial Park, but it's actually a little ways out of the downtown area, where America the Beautiful is actually in the downtown area. Just on the other side of the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Museum here in Colorado Springs, which is fantastic. If you ever get a chance, go check out the museum. They have like tons of interactive displays, and it's just awesome. Now we're now on the Pikes Peak Greenway. The Colorado Springs part is known as Monument Valley Trail. There's 3 parts to the trail, to the Pikes Peak Greenway system. You have the Fountain Regional, starts in Fountain, south of town, Fountain, Colorado, and then Monument Valley, which goes through Colorado Springs, and then you have the New Santa Fe, which heads up to Palmer Lake, up north, and Fountain Trail's all dirt, and the New Santa Fe Trail's all dirt. But a lot of the Monument Valley Trail through Colorado Springs has, bridge is a bit on the rough side. Yeah, someday I got to get them e-assist. I got to get Joe e-assist. Those dirty old crates down on Broadway. Now where they will really leave us in the dust is when we get down to, there's a hill down here we call the Diablo Hill, and the e-assist trikes will fly right up it, but we'll be dead meat. Because it's a steep little sucker. Like I said, you can see this is all concrete. Very popular trail. Main north-south trail through Colorado Springs. Crossing over Fountain Creek, which we cross over several times. There's a nice little bit of trail with some tree canopy in it. We don't get very much of that here in Colorado Springs. Most of the time our trails don't, you know, if they have any trees, they're way over to the side. Oops, wrong way. Okay, so this is where we're going to get left totally in the dust, because we got to go down to really low gears just to get up this hill. Oh man. That's why we call it Diablo Hill. This is really pretty much the major hill that there is on this part of the trail. It'll be more downhill on the other, or flat on the other side. Whew. Holy free holies. Boy, when you've been standing around gabbing and not riding, you can really feel it. I gotta wait for Joe. Whew. Come on, Joe. Come on. Where is she? There she comes. Howdy. Yeah, we usually stop here, but I'm not going to be able to do that today. No, they're being kind to us. I should just tell them to go on.
Good. How are you? I'm not counting anymore.
You doing okay?
Uh-huh.
All right. Gear up here a little. Whew. Now we're going over what they call the Pop Cycle Bridge. Now, if you wonder where the name came from, there's a group here called Kids on Bikes, and they stop at this bridge, and they have for a long time, and at the end of their ride, and they get popsicles. So it's been, they named it the Pop Cycle Bridge. They put the benches on it, stuff like that. I'll have to be doing a little off-road here going this way. Not our favorite thing, but it's not too bad. It's not like really vicious or anything. Get behind Joe here. Whew. Yeah. I'm really surprised that the couple in front of us, because they're both on e-trikes. I don't think BJ up front there he does custom mesh seat work for recumbents that don't have, you know, like that they're you know, that they don't make them anymore, and or you know, just seat cushion stuff. He's got his own website. It's a part-time business that he does, and I've been having a little trouble with my seat with my tailbone because I have a slightly exaggerated tailbone. And boy, I sat on the seat he put together, and I want to tell you, that thing was comfortable. So I might be spending a little money and getting one of his seats. Not the whole seat; it's just the seat mesh, the actual cover, what you actually sit in. Because the seat itself is actually metal, and then it's covered by mesh. Now, TerraTrike, the company that makes our trikes, both Joe and my trikes, they do have a deluxe cushion I was going to try, but I don't think it'll be as comfortable as BJ's seats. So I've got to look up his site and bike back. Clear? Going past the Colorado Springs Utility Fleet Maintenance Facility. And as you can see there, we got a pretty good view of Pikes Peak and some of the higher foothills that accompany Pikes Peak, America's Mountain. It does have an indigenous name, but I can't pronounce it. So you'll have to look that up if you're interested. I've never done really well with the longer Indian names. Howdy, folks. Yeah, like I said, this one little portion, because I don't know why, but they've decided to, eventually they're going to concrete this side, but it's on both sides of the Fountain Creek, and oh, almost lost my water bottle. Okay, be careful, Joe, you got to get right in between. Now, those are blockers, you know, so they can't drive cars and trucks down here, but luckily they're just wide enough for us trikes to get through. This is probably be about as much as dirt as you're going to see Joe and I normally do, because it's really rough. I think at one time it was all it was actually asphalt. As you can see, asphalt patches here and there. Like right here. As you can tell, we don't have suspension, so we can really feel it. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Follow up. No. Here, hold on. Yeah, there you go. Right up the hill there. Thank you. Uh-huh. Big rocks. All right. Honza's taking video or pictures or something. Probably video. Yeah, the only problem with dirt, as you can see, you have to breathe this stuff after a while, which is not much fun. Yeah, once you get past the certain spots, It's not too rough, but it's dirty. Of course, I try to use a bath anyway. Okay, veer to the left. Bike back. Okay. Gets a little thin right here. Oh, we got a trike coming up. They're probably heading down to Monument Valley, folks. Just keep going straight. When you get to the end of the dirt, jog right. If you want to go ahead and scoot by, go ahead. Well, you have e-assist, so you can keep up if you need to. Yeah. Oh, easy. Okay, I'm probably not recording by now. I'm sure I probably ran out of time. But just in case I'm still recording, we're heading into the Monument Valley Park. Okay, well, he's going straight down the dirt. Okay. I wouldn't go this way, but this is the way they're going. So. We're all here. Yeah, normally we jog over to the side there and go down because it's more concrete, but this will get you there too. So this is actually direct. This is all part, if you're not from here, this is all part of the Pikes Peak Greenway trail system. Actually starts way south in Fountain, Colorado, and then it comes all the way up into Colorado Springs. The Colorado Springs part is known as the Monument Valley Trail, and then when you get past Woodman going north, it turns into the new Santa Fe Trail up to Palmer Lake. But it's all dirt with a lot of steep little hills going up that way. A slightly knobby tire and E-assist is way to go. About what, 3 weeks ago, Joe? Yeah. Yeah, and it was rough. Yeah, the nice thing about it is they've made a little path, you know, to kind of get by right where the construction is. At least that's when we went up, that they still had the path. So yeah, that's quite the deal, that construction. They're putting in all kinds of things. A massive new hotel, they're putting in a music venue, all kinds of stuff. Howdy. Riding along Fountain Creek. The Monument Valley Trail pretty much follows Fountain Creek. This is the old swimming pool here. All the city pools are now run by the YMCA. Yeah, we normally go on the other side because there's a bit more concrete, a little less dirt, but this is actually the direct path. We'll be going over a bridge, and then we'll be getting back on concrete again. I gotta back off here from shows. Doing okay?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, this is a lot faster than we normally ride. little bump. Arg. This is an old bridge. Okay. Get in all that brush. Okay, let me. Okay, Joe, we're going to go ahead and try it. No, you...
So, for people who don't know, this man in the gray shirt is Josiah.
Josiah.
Which I think most of you know Josiah. Yeah. To his left is Luciana.
Hello.
And she's Josiah. She's Mrs. Mars. And then there's Haku, who I think a lot of you know. So, anyway. Since Josiah couldn't come to us over the last couple of days, we're coming to Josiah. So we have stuff.
Now that you've driven all across this, you all have flat. There are a lot of stickers out of this.
Oh, great.
Thank goodness we got marathon tires, huh? Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, very neat. I like this. That's pretty good. I haven't seen any thorns. Lots of rocks, but no thorns. Another beautiful day. Like I said, I don't know if I'm recording still. It's probably been more than an hour. It's probably not. But if I am, this is BJ and Joe Hondo, and we are out and about in Recumbents, and we're heading for America the Beautiful Park, and it's not too far from here, so I'm sure that's the turnaround point, and then we'll head back. We're going to drop off at, we're going to go home because we live right off the trail, so it's easy for us. It was actually a good thing that we were back there because Joe and I knew where we were going. So we're back on the concrete now. Back up to the big gear, try to catch up a little bit. Small incline here, but it's not too bad. Whew. Slow down for Joe here. Afternoon. All right. Well, I hope I'm still recording. This is America the Beautiful Park, Julie Penrose Fountain, the Moscalisk, I guess they call them, and that really weird looking building over there that you can kind of see, but not really, is the U.S. Olympic Paralympic Museum. But this is America the Beautiful Park, downtown Colorado Springs, Colorado. So I'm going to be shutting this off here because the return trip is just exactly that. It's just the return trip. So when they come to a full stop, we'll hopefully she's right behind me. See her so far. We're going to bail off at home, so you guys just go ahead on the way back.
Okay.
All right?
I was wondering
Thank you.
if might do that.
Yeah, no.
You're like right in the middle of it.
Yeah. BJ, what's the name of your site again?
Recumbents-BJ.
Okay.
.com.
All right.
And my email is recumbents-BJ@gmail.com.
Okay.
Pretty easy.
I will definitely be getting a hold of you.
Okay, sure, yeah. I'd love to hear from you. I'm going to re-engineer my TerraTrike Rambler seat this winter. I've been holding off because I didn't want to have it down too long.
Yeah, understand.
So yeah, I'm going to re-engineer that this winter.
Well, if it's anywhere as comfortable as that seat felt, I'll be very happy.
It can actually be better than this one. This one's pretty narrow, so that doesn't give you as much of a
Oh, yeah.
hammock-like effect.
Yeah, yeah.
But the pad helps a lot with it.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, I can do some special request stuff too. I've done seat pads for velomobiles and
All right.
extra thick seat pads for people that have a trike that's lower than what they need to get on and off of.
Right.
Really, for physical needs. And I just did a seat extension for something called a Rad Innovations trike. It's a recumbent, but it's a high delta.
Oh, okay.
But the seat, it's got a very tall seat, but from here down, there's no
support.
support.
Ah.
Yeah, no mesh or anything. So I did a extension for the lady.
All right.
No, I'm sorry. Makes you get another
Is that the Delta one?
Yeah, it's actually it's a design, what I call a clone of the original design, which was done by Bill Haluzak in St.
Oh, okay.
Louis. If you've seen Haluzak Recumbents.
I have seen a couple, yeah.
Yeah, he did a Delta trike he called the Triumph.
Okay.
With an F, not a PH. And it was kind of a basic. Tried to come into a lower cost, but it was a nice Delta trike.
All right.
And this one's almost a total copy of it. But it was this company that sells a lot of special needs bikes and equipment.
Oh, okay.
Called Rad Innovations.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping Matt would come too. Would have been great to see Matt. See the wheels they have on the back there, Joe? That's so when she folds up her trike, right? You just wheel it like you do a like luggage. Neat little design. I think all the cat trikes have that.
Folding version of Diablo.
Oh, does it?
This is a non-folder, which they don't make anymore. But they're folding. All their geckos are folding.
Is that the one they made particularly for the United States?
Very likely.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. It is a take-apart frame, so it would pack down very small. But it's a non-folder.
Because I remember they were putting together something that was a bit more affordable.
Yeah.
And
they did a U.S. edition.
Yeah.
Too, I think.
we're going to have you guys all go ahead because we actually live right off that trail. So
Oh,
We're
okay.
gonna split home. So.
Is this the halfway point?
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, because this is the America the Beautiful Park.
Oh, okay.
That's the Julie Penrose fountain there. Earlier in the summer, it spins in the wind,
Oh, wow.
and water comes down out of it, and this turns into a wading pool for little kids.
Oh, cool.
And that weird old building over there, that's the new U.S. Olympic Paralympic Museum. If you're ever down here, it's worth every penny.
Is it now? Okay. Well,
They have the coolest interactive sports setup. You can actually ski slalom and everything else, you know. It's slick.
And they give you a senior discount
Okay, cool.
or a military discount, whichever is you are.
They even have a little cafe called the Flame Cafe right there.
Be like a big ribbon.
Yeah.
We
Most people call it a corkscrew.
yeah, we call it either the corkscrew or the what is that? The lock washer. Yeah, the lock washer. But yeah, they usually shut that down about the 15th of September.
On Labor Day.
Yeah, so it starts getting cool here at times. We've had one of those wonderful Indian summer Octobers we get every once in a while this year, but this has been absolutely awesome. So how have you two enjoyed your trike ride?
I liked it. I was a little worried I couldn't fuck y'all, but
Well, that E-assist makes a big difference.
Yeah, the E-assist is a whole different thing.
yeah, definitely.
That makes all the difference on the planet.
Bikes lend themselves well to E-assist.
You know, unless you're like the two guys from AZUB, and these guys are like monsters, man. They can they can take a standard trike and be, you know, in the next county on you before you'll know it.
Yep. Yeah, that's the I'm usually on the standard.
Yeah,
Place reach is usually too much, and my neck is killing me by the time I'm in the ride.
I have a wicked arthritis called ankylosing spondylitis,
Oh wow.
and I can't do the neck bend on a regular bike anymore.
Yeah.
On our regular bike, I had these really super tall stem and taller bars so I could keep my neck straight.
Yeah.
With the Recumbents, you just don't have to worry about that, bike or trike, either way. They're just so comfortable.
I've been riding them since '91.
Oh yeah.
Did a lot of long distance touring when I was younger.
And a lot of people stopping here to ask questions.
Oh yeah, always. Yeah.
And if you do it,
Before they call them an ambassador, huh?
Yeah.
if you do it on a trike, it'll be even worse.
Yeah, on the trike, we rode two-wheel Recumbents.
Yeah.
That's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people are just like, what the hell are those?
Yeah, our long ride was Victoria, Canada to California.
Woohoo!
Down the coast.
Awesome.
And,
A West Coast tour, huh?
yeah,
Nice.
good chunk of it.
Never had the privilege of doing it on a bike. Did it on a motorcycle, but never on a bike.
Yeah, I did it on a motorcycle and on a scooter.
Oh, okay.
So, trying everything with two wheels.
There you go. Yeah, I had a recumbent bike before I picked this one up. So,
Okay, what'd you have?
just a simple Sun,
Okay.
Easy 1SX.
Yeah, good solid little bikes.
You know,
Used
people,
to work for Bike E.
people, you know, they talk them down, but all I know is it rode fantastically. It pulled a trailer without any
They're
problems,
bulletproof.
and yeah, you literally can't hurt it.
They're the Toyota pickup of a two-wheel.
Yeah,
You know,
and you can pick them up for dirt cheap.
yeah.
I paid like $200 for it,
Wow.
and it was like in pristine condition.
Really?
It looked like the guy hung it up in the garage and then decided to sell it.
Hey, Calvin, is there a bathroom around here?
The only problem is it may be locked up. Sometimes they shut them up this time of year.
I'll just have to sweat more.
There you go. So, sometimes they leave them open until the 1st of November. Sometimes they don't.
I guess people don't have to go pee there.
Yeah, it is bad here in Colorado Springs. That's why we like to go to Manitou a lot in the winter, because they not only have all their restrooms open, they're all heated.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's extraordinary. Oh man, tires don't like grass.
Were you running marathons?
Yeah.
Yeah, good tires.
I love them. They, you know, I mean, I know they're not that fast or anything else, but they just seem to be tough as nails.
I've been trying these out on this bike. It's a newer tire. They're cheap, but I like them because they have a flatter profile.
Yeah.
So you get more stiff.
I used to use I can't remember the name of them, but I used to use a tire that was a BMX tire, and I loved those things. Huh?
Was it the Tioga?
It could have been.
Tioga makes one called the Power Block. That's a real good bike.
Yeah, it could have been that. All I know is it's a good tire, and although it didn't have any of the belting, you know, that the marathons do, I hardly ever got a flat on those things. I don't know if this puppy's open or not. Ah, it is. You're in good shape. They are actually open. Like I said, sometimes they close them in the middle of this month, and sometimes they wait till the 1st of November. I'll be damned. Well, I'll have to take that out of there. Yeah, I can do that. No problem. Okay, well, let me get my mic here. Okay, well, we're still recording. I'm surprised. I thought we'd run out by now. We're at the halfway point, and they'll be turning around and going to back up to Angletech. Like I said, we're going to bail off at our home. And this is BJ from Recumbent-Repair.com. He makes custom seat covers, like I was saying, and I'm gonna have him make one for me here pretty quick. So I really liked. I sat on his, and man, it was like really comfortable. Okay.
This is my honeycomb gel pad. Yeah, go right
ahead. I'll give you kind of a quick little view of the park, real quick. Like I said, the circular thing over there is the Julie Penrose Fountain. If it was earlier in the year, it spins in the wind and water comes down it and it turns into a wading pool. Pikes Peak up there with the mountain range here. These are actually mostly foothills, tall foothills. You can see a little colorway up there though. And as you can see, Pikes Peak has the tree line. I said this is America the Beautiful Park in downtown Colorado Springs. And give you a little more view here. Okay, since we're still recording, there's the Moskalisk, or whatever they call those things. And that crazy funky building there is the U.S. Paralympic Museum, which is totally awesome. You should check it out if you're ever in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Okay, well, I am going to go ahead and shut this off. And just want to say thank you for riding along. And I want to thank AZUB Trikes out of Czechoslovakia, Honza and his crew. And we're gonna call it a day, folks. So this is BJ from BJ and Joe Ando at About and About on the Recumbents. All right, till next time, let's ride. Bye.
AZUB Recumbent Trikes and Bikes, www.azub.com, Honza and Crew, and Angletech Recumbent Shop in Colorado Springs, www.cycling